As we all know, ASU has been on strike since February, and the strike has reached day 155 or day 156, one of those two. Um, Labour Congress saying that it seems as federal government doesn't want to answer ASU, so they are now butting in, and they've also scheduled a nationwide protest for July 26, July 27. We know this federal government, the way it's looking now, is same as if they do not want to do what ASU are asking for. And at the same time, ASU is adamant, ASU is resolute, and they've said that they are not going to resume the strike if the federal government is not doing what they're asking in. And if we as Nigerians don't come out to show solidarity for ASU, the strike is just going to go on and on and on, maybe till next year, no one knows. But for now, the Nigerian Labour Congress is showing solidarity for ASU. At the end of the day, this federal government people, they all have their children in schools outside the country, so they don't really care. It is we, the citizens of Nigeria, we, the masses, that are going to feel the brunt. It is we that are going to feel the pain, but because it is our children, it is us in those schools. Anyway, before we go ahead with the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Hit the like button. Most importantly, click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. The Nigerian Labour Congress has said it is not necessary for its leadership to inform the police about its two-day nationwide protest scheduled for July 26 and 27, 2022. The protest is in solidarity with the striking members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other unions in the public universities. The union insisted that it was not stipulated in the law that the police must be notified about protests in the country. The news earlier reported that the Congress had, in a circular signed by the NLC President Ayuba Waba and the General Secretary Emmanuel Igboaja, dated July 15, 2022, informed its affiliates about the street rally to pressure the government to accede to ASU's demands. The protest would hold in all the state capitals and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The force public relations officer, Muyiwa Adejobi, had in an interview with the news advised the organized labor to notify the police so that the force can deploy security operatives for the rally. It is always advisable for the police to be informed before a protest. This is to provide security for the protesters and to prevent the protest from being hijacked by hoodlums. All we require is the day they are to have the protest, the route and the purpose of the protest, he had said. However, responding to the police demand on Monday, the Assistant General Secretary NLC, Zona Azuzu, waved off Adejobi's statement, stating that the union is not under any legal obligation to tell the police about its rally. We don't need to inform them, the police. There is nothing in the law that says we need to inform the police. It is a matter of courtesy, Azuzu said. When asked if the Congress would tell the police about the protest, he said he cannot answer the question. You can tell by the body language of the NLC that they really mean serious business. They are not even sending letters to the police to ask for permission or to notify them about the protest ahead of time. All they are saying is, we want to go on strike, we want to show solidarity for ASU. Maybe if everything in the country, both economy, schools, what have you in the country, are on lockdown, are shut down, then maybe the federal government will be able to reason well with ASU, because as it is right now, what the federal government is concerned about is the 2023 elections. That is all they are concerned about. They do not even want to have a sit down with ASU. So the NLC is like, we are ready, we mean business. Come July 26 and 27, we are going to go on strike, both private sectors, both government sector, everybody is going to sit at home. So maybe by that time, federal government will be able to, call ASU to a meeting, have a sit down with ASU, and maybe agree to the terms and conditions ASU are offering. If you look at it deeply, ASU is not, they are not asking for much in comparison to all those billions of naira that we see on the news that gets embezzled by all these politicians. If you look at it, they work hard for their money, and it's this federal government that will come and tell them, do not sell handouts, do not do this, do not. And these people have families, they need to fend for someone to go to school, become a lecturer, and then become a professor. It is not easy. Give these people their flowers, pay them well, pay workers, even not only lecturers, all workers in the country, both federal and state. Everybody deserves to be paid well. Even both people in the private sector, everybody deserves to get their money's worth for the work that they do. Pay these people well. There is money in this country. If there's no money, money will not just be leaking away from different accounts into people's pockets if there is no money in the country. So please treat Nigerian citizens well. That is what these lecturers are asking for. And fund these universities that you've created. Fund them. At least if your children are not going to these schools, there are Nigerians in all these schools, that depend and rely on these schools for their education. There are parents that cannot send their children to abroad, to other countries, to school. These people are just nonchalant because they know that their children do not attend this school. Their children, just recently, Wike's son graduated with distinction from a school in outside the country. All these people, their children do not go to even private institution in the country. Their children go out of the country to school. Their children go out of the country to school abroad. And here you have someone who entered the school for a 4-year course who end up spending 7 years, 6 years, 5 years. It's just so unfair. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you subscribe. Bye for now.